Diversity is one of those terms that gets thrown around a lot, but is not often unpacked. What does workplace diversity mean today, and why is it important?
Diversity is a very multi-layered concept. Peter, it's a case of making sure we get the most talented people into our organisations.
In the end, it's actually all about inclusion. Right now with business, there is so much disruption coming through. If you actually don't have the inclusion coming through, you are going to underperform.
Diversity is getting invited to the party, but inclusion is actually being asked to dance. And so you're not going to get new ideas and different voices unless you're asking those voices to speak up and participate.
Targets versus quotas, particularly in relation to gender. What can we do now in this sort of second iteration of having a push on women on boards?
Do we need quotas? Well, look, quotas really come about because of people's view that groups who are underrepresented need affirmative action. And I'd argue that Australia is unlike countries where those programs have been introduced, because we actually have leaders stepping up beside women. In the ASX 50, we've reached 30%.
Just slapping quotas on boards or whatever, yes, it will start to drive it, but I worry about the repercussions. I worry about, there's a lot of anger out there in society, and I don't think quotas are the answer, but I think there are a lot of things we do need to look at that will make a difference.
What do you think needs to happen to really lift the percentage of women on boards?
Challenge people, if they're in a leadership position, to exhibit a very gender-neutral style. Can you adapt your style to both men and women so that they feel like they can be who they are when they sit down with you?
You have to feel better about being uncomfortable. You have to feel better about being challenged. And I think if you start to learn to love the people who are the most difficult, who challenge you, who make life hard, then you start to learn that that gets you to a better place.
What can a small business do to address these issues?
There's a mindset out there where they're struggling to survive, and somehow they don't see diversity as a business issue. I'm trying to exercise the leadership shadow and persuade them that really the big end of town has got smart because they're accessing a talent pool of 50% of the population.
One of the things you've got to be careful is to make sure having a debate about inclusion and diversity, it doesn't actually exclude people in the workforce who feel that it's not a debate on merit.
Mates elevated regardless of intellect or talent. That is exactly what merit is. It is so biased. So please see gender and please see colour, but see that difference as strength. Somebody who is going to add to the richness of who you are going to become.